At this point, we've discussed a lot about extensions. Now it's time to go into more detail about different types of extensions and how to find, evaluate, and test them. In this video, we'll go over some of the common terminology differences that Joomla administrators are often presented with. First, we need to remember that Joomla wasn't always called Joomla. Joomla was actually based on an older open source project called Mambo. Joomla is actually built on the original Mambo source code, but quite a lot has changed since it branched off a few years ago. We do come across many old references in various places while doing research or even viewing Joomla source files. Now, we'll take the opportunity to clarify a few confusing points. Joomla extensions are simply a third-party addition to the Joomla core. They come in the form of components, modules, plugins, languages, and templates. What's the difference? Components are larger, more complex Joomla extensions that deliver major new functionality to Joomla. Some of the Joomla's core components include the news feeds and contact components. Components like these provide a high level of functionality and often require their own menus in the backend to allow us to manage them. Some third-party component examples include forums, paid membership site managers, etc. Think of components as multifunction extensions that upgrade Joomla's capability in a significant way. Modules are a lot simpler. A module is a Joomla extension that provides useful information or interactive functions on the front end. These are analogous to widgets in other popular web software. Modules are really just extensions that provide useful presentation elements to your site visitors. Plugins are simply extensions to Joomla that modify the behavior or extend the functionality of the core components or add new internal functionality. These extend the internal features of Joomla. Unlike modules, plugins don't necessarily have to display anything and can work behind the scenes to extend Joomla. They tend to be smaller than components and perform simple functions. Before Joomla 1.5, plugins were actually called Mambots, short for Mambo bots or Mozbots, short for Mambo open source bots. If you're using a plugin that has been around for a while, you may still come across references to Mambots or Mozbots. Referring to them as Joomla plugins is always a safe bet, however. Languages are quite simply extensions that provide translations for the text that Joomla itself displays. They don't automatically translate your articles, module contents, etc. You can install multiple languages on your site and select which to allow users to view, but keep in mind that you still have to translate versions of all of your content if you wish to support multiple languages. And finally, we've already discussed templates at length. Templates simply provide the look and the feel of your site. So this covers what each extension is and where it is used. Later, we'll discuss how to find and evaluate extensions, so it's important to be clear on what each of the various extension types does.